G'day everyone, it's Jerry here from Succulent Fly Traps. Today I thought I'd do a video update regarding my Carnivorous plants open house project. I call it an open house because it's not a greenhouse where you have plants completely enclosed, including having a roof. In my case, I have a wooden structure which positions my plants nice and high so they get plenty of sunlight, and they're pretty much exposed to the elements because there's no roof. Since I had this wooden structure installed, say about 5 weeks ago, we've had some strong westerly winds. The winds were so strong that it toppled some of my pitcher plants over, the leaves, and some of those leaves even broke. So as you can imagine, it was a very, very tense time for me. Since that time, I've had to rethink about how I can better protect my plants, and as a result, I've had to make a few modifications. So I'll show you what I mean. So this is the modification I've had to do. This is the original polycarbonate sheeting that was attached to the wooden frame using these screws. And since those damaging westerly winds, basically that wind came from behind me in that direction down there, I've had to install some extra polycarbonate sheeting to add extra protection for my plants. And that's basically this sheeting right here. You can see how it goes from the edge of the fence all the way up to right next to the house bricks over here. And that's good because I wanted that polycarbonate sheeting to block out as much wind as possible. The good thing about these polycarbonate sheets is they come in 1.8 meter lengths, and this fitted in nicely without me having to do any cutting or any other modification to it. Now this extra polycarbonate sheeting is higher, quite a bit higher, say about 25 centimeters higher than the original sheet. I wanted that for extra protection. Now the way I've added that is by adding these 2 extra sections of treated pine. I've attached them to the original posts using these bolts. I've done that over here as well. And the same way that the original sheeting was attached, I did the same with that extra polycarbonate sheeting as well. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go. It's quite secure now, but it's not until we get those winds that I'll see how effective this arrangement is. Good thing is it blocks out the wind, but at the same time it lets in plenty of light, and that's exactly why I wanted these polycarbonate sheets. So in terms of access, things have changed since I've installed this extra bit of polycarbonate sheeting. Before, I used to climb up onto this wooden platform here and then make my way down the side of the structure as I watered my plants. Now I can't do that because of this extra bit of sheeting. Instead, I've bought these mini steps, and I just basically make my way up onto this wooden platform here to gain access to the plants. Now, looking outwards, you can see here how there's still plenty of light coming in with that western sun. We've just had a bit of rain, as you can see, but still there's still plenty of sun coming through. Just to show you some of the damage that was created by those strong westerly winds, you can see how this picture over here is completely toppled over. Usually they just sort of go on an angle like that, but this one was completely toppled over. It's still alive because it hasn't browned off, but obviously it's not going to be very effective at catching insects when it's lying flat like that. Pictures haven't fallen over completely, but still they don't look so nice when they're in that position, and as I said, they're not very effective at catching insects. If you do have more than one plant, you can always prop up some of the pitchers that have fallen over. You can see this one over here. That one basically snapped as it was developing. That's how strong those winds were. So just moving along here, along the side of the platform, you can see here how the plants are still pretty much very healthy and looking nice. Of course, you can still see some damaged pitchers here from the winds. But looking out, this structure is here now. Hopefully that's going to provide that extra protection from both sides, east and west. You can see here how I've securely bolted these blocks of wood to the original frame. It's very, very, very solid. Of course, I won't know how effective these polycarbonate sheets are until we get those strong winds. Fingers crossed.